The pH of soil. We know that pH, or potential hydrogen, is an important term for a chemist. But is it important to know the pH of your garden soil? Will different soil samples have the same pH? Before we address these questions, let us perform a simple activity. Take about 2 grams of 2 different soil samples in test tubes. Add 5 milliliters of water to each of these test tubes and shake well. Put a universal indicator paper or pH paper to each of the test tubes and allow them to stand for some time. Now, take the pH paper from the first sample and match it with a reference color card. This soil has a pH of around 3, which means that the soil is acidic. Similarly, match the pH paper from the second test tube with a reference card. It shows a pH of around 8, indicating this soil sample to be basic. To conclude, different soil samples have different values of pH. It is worthwhile to mention here that different plants have different pH requirements. For example, tomato plants prefer a soil pH level that's between 5.5 and 7.5. Spinach prefers a pH between 6.5 and 7.0, but won't tolerate a pH over 7. By testing soil pH in each garden bed, you'll have the opportunity to provide your garden its best opportunity for having successful growing conditions. However, most plants will grow well in soils that test within a pH level in the range of 6.5 to 7.0. Studies have shown that soil pH affects the availability of soil nutrients. At a low pH, beneficial elements such as molybdenum, phosphorus, magnesium, and calcium become less available to plants. Other elements such as aluminium, iron, and manganese become more available and may even reach levels that are toxic to plants. These changes affect plant growth. Consequently, knowledge of soil pH is vital before planning to sow crops. Also, soil pH changes over a period of time and must be monitored for desirable results. To sum up, we have studied that different soil samples have different values of pH, which can be determined by using universal indicator paper. Different plants have different pH requirements. However, most plants grow well in pH range of 6.5 to 7.0.